Welcome to AWR, All Wrongs Reserved.
AWR.
Episode 6. I got 6 is correct this time. See? Uno, dos, cinco. Wait, how does it go?
Uno, dos, tres,
cuatro, cinco,
seis.
See, I still fucked up Spanish. I guess ain't nothing changed. I was all gonna brag and be like, hey, we're at 6 now, I can count 6.
Yeah.
And then I just fucking put 5. 5 is now 2 and 3, I don't know. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. Right? Yeah. Boom.
Yep,
There.
yeah.
Yeah. Ha. 6.
Yeah.
Watch for 7 next week. Corey talks Spanish up to 7. You know, 'cause he's a genius. Anyway, episode 6. Here's what we're doing, and this is definitely something that's very personal for he and I, and that is the Joker's cards by ICP and ranking them. Which, first of all, for he and I both, that list could be totally different every day.
Yeah,
and you feel like you're given a great album that's a 10 out of 10, a hard time by putting it at 8 or 9, or but you gotta make it a list.
Exactly.
But before we get into that, how we're gonna go about it, the samples, what we're gonna talk about, etc., we are at 33 subscribers. We've gotten some
33.
Not having a URL yet.
Yep.
Being in the algorithm, any paid ads, all of that. People have been really great sharing their thoughts, sharing it with their friends, checking it out,
and we really appreciate y'all.
We definitely do.
Greatly do.
And what we want to do is just 17 people. Kind of a favorite number of ours.
Oh, yeah.
The number of man, as we like to call it.
Yes.
17 people will, 17 subscribers. The next 17 subscribers will get entered into a contest. That'll take us to 50. And you're going to win. And if you're a juggalo, which is mostly the reason you probably watch this video.
Yep.
We're going to hit you with a shirt. Whether it's this exact one, nice and minty, from the Vault, 2XL, Carnival of Carnage, or it could be an XL. You know, we'll find out what your size is.
Yeah, we'll find out.
And look, we got a ton of shit. Bryce, why don't you hand me a jersey here?
Yeah,
we're also going to include an audio piece with that.
Oh, yeah, got to include the audio.
So you'll get a shirt and then some audio if you help get us to 50, one of those 17. Now, if you get us, hand me the other one here.
Yep.
Red box. Now, if it happens within a week's time, so Saturday at noon, right? And somehow the people watching, the jugs watching, help us get to 100 subs. We're gonna pick another winner, give away a jersey. Might be one of these two.
Yeah.
Might be a different one. You never know. You could get hit with some vinyl piece in your face. You know, Jugs. There are things that are worth collecting. So if somehow y'all are so kind as to spread this about, and we get to 100 subs by Saturday at noon, a week from now, we'll do another giveaway as well. But be one of the next 17.
Yeah.
And easily get you some merch from Beta Man.
Yes, sir.
And Nasty Nux, also known as All Wrongs Reserved. Can you put those over there for me?
Gotcha.
And a piece of audio, too. Get us to 100. We fucking do an even bigger thing. And
exactly.
We'll get in touch with you on YouTube, Facebook, whatever it may be. But let's get into it. Our list of the Joker's cards. That's what this is about. This is this is a video we're doing for us and our people.
That's right.
What we want
for the Jugs.
Because so many people get this wrong.
They really do.
And I think every person has their own list and thinks everyone else is wrong.
Often so.
But I do want to say, in a sense, a shout out to John 2 Dope, because he makes some really dope content, and I think he's an interesting mind, the way he looks at music. He's definitely a unique juggalo. He's not scrubby, baggy, like
he ain't big,
good looking, nice studio style looking.
Exactly. Handsome.
Damn, he just has to make us feel ugly, doesn't he? That's just John 2 Dope for you, man.
Yeah.
But no, the beef I have with him is he has Carnival of Carnage as his worst Joker's card of all time.
Damn.
And that's what always got us to thinking, after seeing his inspiring take on the worst to the best.
Right.
Was why don't we have our own?
Exactly. Fuck it. Might as well have our own. Let the people know
Let's start
what we
it
got.
off. What do you have? And remember, so what we did here is we took the Wraith and we separated Shangri-la and Hell's Pit. Yes, they're one same Joker's card, but they're so significant and they are so opposite, obviously, and 2 years apart, that we separated them.
Yep.
Just for the sake of making it harder.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be sense to put a double album up against single albums anyway.
Yeah,
so
that's
we
not fair.
Them.
Yeah.
And then we did the same with the Marvelous Missing Link as well. So we have a list of 13 here.
That's right.
What is last place, number 13, the worst Joker's card to you. What's on your list? Give it to me.
Well,
we'll play a song or two if there's any.
Yeah, we'll throw a song or
like.
two. Yeah. So number 13 on my list is Marvelous Missing Link Found.
Identical, sir.
Oh, well, how about that?
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, I kind of figured something told me.
I knew we'd be similar.
Yeah.
But, okay, so go on. Go on, talk about the album, then why you have it there.
So, for me, I'll admit, it's not one I've listened to a whole lot. It's probably Marvelous Missing Link overall. Those are probably albums I've listened to the least.
Same.
Purely because, like you mentioned before we started recording, sonically, it's so different from what they released just a few years prior. It's right in between. I forgot what you mentioned. It's right in between.
It's after Mighty Death Pop.
Yes, after
and
Mighty
it's
Death Pop.
Fred.
Yeah, so it's an interesting time for them sonically.
It's over. I'm just gonna say it straight out, and a lot of jugs will appreciate this and agree with this. I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Otis, I believe, from Axe Murder Boys, produced a lot of this. Now, some of the sound is great.
Yeah.
Like sonically, some of it's very pleasing. At the same time, it is so overworked. It is trying too hard. It is trying too hard to be the second coming of a Shangri-La type of album.
Right.
And it's, you can hear, like you said, and it's producing.
Mm.
You appreciate it, but it's so overcooked, you know. I can just think of when they kind of take Willoughby Ragg's voice and they make it even higher. Ladies and gentlemen. And then goes into just an average song.
Yeah.
Just an average fucking song.
Yeah.
And when we think Joker's cards, we think of pinnacle top line work from, and particularly with ICP, what their literal Joker's cards are.
Right.
They put them out as that, as their, hey, look, there's a couple years between them sometimes.
Yeah.
In old school, there's only a year between a couple, but I mean, there are things they really work. They were not people putting out singles.
Yeah, no.
There's some EPs, but no. They when they do a Joker's card, it's something that is kept quiet. It's tight until they even want you to know what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So right here, the Marvelous Missing Link, Found, which has one or two nice songs on it. Do you want to pick one or do you want? It's your choice since we have the same on it.
I bet we probably even have one of the same songs. Mr. White Suit.
Mr. White Suit, hit it.
For ages, the local legend of a man known only as Mr. White Suit has loomed throughout Detroit's most poverty-stricken neighborhoods. Who is this wonderful man? Have you any faith in this mythical magician? Listen and decide.
Damn, feels good outside. Mr. White Suit takes a drive, nowhere to be, just riding local. Smell the food from Soshimoko. Big white caddy, white wall wheels. He passed the hungry, they get meals. He passed the sick, they feel better. He passed the poor, they get cheddar. Mr. White Suit cures your cancer. He has the antidote, knows the answer. Missing kids been gone for years. He takes them home and the parents cheer. He got 100 spokes, corners, he bends them. With his face on a fat hood emblem, he hits a car wash closed for business and leaves it thriving alive. What is this?
And we're back, Mr. White Suit.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. White Suit, when I hear that song, I think of quite literally the most perfect superhero.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He does all of the things I think would be cool if somehow you took from The Boys and you gave him Compound V and you made a ghetto superstar. The lyrics in that song, they're funny, and they're also the kind of the cutest, most, he's a very jovial character. He's like a pimp. Yeah. But he he makes the sick feel better,
Yep.
He makes the rich get poor and the poor get richer. And sick get better. The lyrics in it are also very jovial. You just picture this pimp dude who just is a natural hood problem solver. Yeah. And it's also the other thing I gotta give Mr. White Suit, even for being on their worst Joker's card album. Right. Is it's very catchy. You can hate Mr. White Suit if you want that, but that he's so clean like you never seen. I mean, it's just a catchy ass song. Yeah. So next on to 12, since our 13 was the same, I have the Marvelous Missing Link Lost.
Oh shit!
Just like
same pick.
Just like Marvelous Missing Link Found, it's just overproduced. Yeah. A couple of its songs that are, I guess, noteworthy sound like songs I've heard before. Exactly. Just way more audio work on it that doesn't need to be there.
Very oversaturated, if you will.
That's the word. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oversaturated. But, it does have one or two I like on it. The one I would pick on it that is actually notable is Vomit.
Ah.
The intro talking about Beelzebub, which is reference to a demon from the Bible.
Right.
One of Lucifer's buddies, if you will. Vomit is quite an ICP song. That one,
very much.
That one, I think if they had stuck with that kind of vibe, the whole thing, you would almost had Hell's Pit Part 2 or something.
Oh, yeah.
But it's it lacks so much in other areas. And again, it has that overproduced.
Right.
We're trying too hard with a double album sound.
Exactly.
But, so you have that as well, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Well, hey, you like Vomit, don't you?
Yeah, and it's funny, I was thinking of that at first, but luckily I thought of two other songs that stick out to me on that one. I thought about Flamethrower, which you actually showed me several months back, and I bumped like 3 times at work that day. Just them talking about what they would do with said Flamethrower.
It does have a few good songs, like great songs, like Flamethrower, and like you said, how they talk about what they would do with the Flamethrower. Yeah. Like they really took time to stroke their chin and actually think about it. And the detail again, which is what they do is storytelling. The only complaint I would have about that song at all, and again I love Flamethrower like you, is again the overworked audio at times. Like, it's dope. Yeah. So you still like it, but you can tell there's so much that, like, man, y'all spent way too much time on this.
Oh,
y'all could have just laid this down and it'd have been, a straight Flamethrower with a much more simplistic version of what they went with.
Yeah.
But, here, we'll kick you with the motherfucking Flamethrower, and then we'll just vomit on you and go to the next.
Yeah.
Don't ask us where we got it. We made it ourselves. Directions are online, but you better be still. We drove out to the boonies, no end in sight. We found an old barn in the dead of the night. I opened the trunk, I could smell the gasoline. Gripped it in my hands, yeah, this bad boy is mean. Aimed it at the barn, lit the tip and pulled the switch. The flame shot all over it and burned down that bitch. The dark of the night was suddenly bright light. I felt the heat blast on my face, my skin felt tight.
How was the bloodline given? Blood. Sacrifice. Human or animal? Human or animal?
Erica was a beautiful girl, even without the makeup. She was something stunning from the fucking time she wake up. She had many sugar daddies paying for her needs. They never knew about each other or her evil deeds. She was so vindictive and wicked, it's a shame. God gave her that beauty, but ugly was her brain. As the years went by, she continued using suckers, hardworking individuals who gave off just to fuck her. As Erica grew older, her looks began to fade. She spent every dime they had to surgically upgrade.
Ooh, how about that vomit, man?
And like you mentioned, Flamethrower. I mean, they're very good songs.
Very.
That are not on fantastic albums. They're on good albums.
Yeah.
Good. 8s. Yeah. A Joker's Card can't be an 8. A Joker's Card's got to be, a 10, an 11.
Right.
Some of them kind of staples of music.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I think that's why it's at the bottom of both of our lists. And both of them, too, at that.
Yeah.
So we get up into, what do we have for you at number 11, sir? Come on now. Ooh. Come on
now. Number 11 for me, it's probably going to blow your wig away a little bit. Number 11 for me is actually Hell's Pit.
That doesn't surprise me. For your list.
Yeah,
You go ahead and you talk about that album, and then I'm going to tell you why you're wrong.
Yeah, I figured that would be the case. So, for me, again, Hell's Pit is another one I haven't listened to as much, but I do certainly enjoy it for the tracks it does have. Bowling Balls being probably one of the ones I personally enjoy. For me, Hell's Pit is definitely a great stark contrast from Shangri-La, of course, from The Wraith. And it's a lot more bass heavy, and the subject matter is a lot more deeper for my personal taste.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, Hell's Pit, quite frankly, and I'll just keep real here, keep it a buck as you are.
Yeah.
To truly enjoy Hell's Pit, you have to have either experienced really dark shit, or have an unnatural, I guess, maybe like or obsession with it. And it's not that it's dark. It's there's storytelling in it.
Oh,
it's
of course.
Like Night of the 44, right?
Yeah.
Which we might play here.
Yeah.
That shit, it's morbid as hell, but it's funny.
Yeah.
It's a funny song.
It is.
But then it has a song like Sedatives, about what it's like to be in the hospital and truly at the end of all of your known sanity and wits. It's a sad album. I think another one that comes to mind for me is Angels Falling. Every time I hear that, I think about certain people, as you can imagine.
Of course.
It's literally about this man who misses his girlfriend so much and feels deserted by the fact that she died.
Yeah.
That he shoots arrows and guns at the sky. But it's very, the album, it's so dark and it's so in its place as Hell's Pit. Like it is hell. That it's very, they do it very poetically and very well. That's why I would say you're ridiculous to have it that low. But again, as we said, it does get very difficult to make choices as we go here.
Very much.
It does get very and that doesn't surprise me for you at all. It's just not.
Yeah.
And the song you like the most is the most carefree, funny, just about heads, bowling balls song.
Yeah.
So your favorite song is the hands down lightest one.
Yeah.
As to where, you know what, I'm going to counter you and show something that's great about that album. We'll do Bowling Balls, look up at that video,
okay.
and I'm going to follow it with Burning Up. Burning Up is a song about a collection of people that might all find themselves in hell. It's deep and it goes hard. And it's a great example of that extreme bass, but properly done though.
True.
It's mixed fantastic.
Oh yeah.
That you get with Hell's Pit. So that'll be Bryce's 11. Guess what mine is? Oh, before we get to it, let's play those.
Friends don't come easily, and this I know. And every time I make one, they always say they gotta go. I wanna talk with people and look them in the face. I wanna take them home and they can stay at my place. All the talking I can do, I would never lie to you. We take a quick ride and homicide, then I can find you and I can love you. And technically, even though you're dead, you'll always be around me, cause I'm keeping your head. I keep heads on shelves everywhere in my cellar. I even own the melon of a dead fortune teller. The rotted ones, I keep them up in fat pickle jars, and the new ones we lay on the lawn and look at stars. It's illegal, I know, but so is smoking weed. And who the fuck give a fuck when you have a need? I collect human heads fresh up off the neck. Face, lips, hair, nose, ears, give me that. All walks of life up in here tonight, baby. This bitch Rochelle fucked on her boyfriend in her boyfriend's bed, and Crazy Carlos smacked his baby mama off in the head, and Jonathan beat his son like his daddy beat him, but swore he'd never do nobody like his daddy did him. And then Sandra used a pussy hole to get to the top, and Baby D, he shot somebody, it went bad from the drop. And then Diane worked at a hospital, took care of old souls. She was abusive, her afterlife sees no gold roads. And Mr. Richards was a richie fella, born with every penny. Everyone around him hungry, but he never gave him any. And Steven was a businessman and educated citizen. Fuck what you telling me? Burn it up. The witch keeps selling me. Burn it up. Since we burn them up, they keep turning up, and we turn corrupt till we burn it up.
And we're back. Woo! So, some Hell's Pit, that's where Bryce has 11. I strongly disagree because I'm right and he is wrong. There's no other reason. That's it. That's my entire reason. Other than everything I already stated. But no, so as we get on here, my number 11, right? This is where I think you might spin a little bit. The Mighty Death Pop.
Really?
The Mighty Death Pop.
Well, I'm very curious about this one.
See, I
Holy
figured
shit.
when I said this. You see how he just did that there? He just got into the most friendly version of you just spoke fighting words ever. He took his hat. He took his hat off and said it gradually, and it goes. So I knew this one was gonna turn your head. Let me explain. Okay?
Oh yeah, I'm pleased.
So like I said, as we get on up the list, some of these, my number 3 could be number 5 one day. My number 7 could be number 3 one day. You know, it some of them are just very much on the mood you're in.
Oh, of
but
course.
Hey, we can't be in the mood we're in tomorrow or yesterday, so we wrote them how we feel right now.
Yeah.
And when I really got to looking at all the track listings of the album, as I go over it, The Mighty Death Pop does have a lot of songs I love, and one of those that we'll play here is Bazooka Joey in the second.
Hey, great song.
But it's one of those albums that I cover to cover like 95%, but its best songs to me are really good songs, not ones that extremely wow me.
Yeah.
The thing that I like about the Mighty Death Pop a lot, though, versus maybe necessarily its individual songs, which are still very good, is the thing I really do like about it is its theme. Its concept of make foolish decisions in your life, which it plays throughout the skits in the album.
Yeah.
You'll meet a foolish result in the end.
Absolutely.
You know, it's a very careful reminder. It's easy to understand where it's in the way they do the skits. They're very funny. You know, like the guy in the army who's going, "Watch out, I'm going to take him on. Don't, dude, wait for backup. No, I'm doing it anyway. Fuck it." And then he gets all like shot up.
Yeah.
We'll play that little skit.
We're surrounded, guys. We gotta stay put to help arrive.
Stay put my ass! I'm headed right up that path.
The orders were to stay put, Clancy.
Those orders are for pussies. Heroes like me do their own thing. I'm headed up that fucking path, guns blazing. Are you guys staying or coming with
Clancy, the path is probably infected with landmines. Nobody's security yet. Huck's right. We really should stay here and wait it out.
Well, fuck you two, Cuddy. You two bitches stay here. Watch a real man do the damn
Help
thing.
is on the way.
Don't do it, man.
Come on, motherfuckers!
The Death Pop.
Idiot.
So again, the point of this album is pretty straightforward with clips like that. And the intro, you can go ahead and listen to it yourself. Easy to come across. As a matter of fact, I think I got it right here by now. But anyway, no, that really is. I really right now today, and just being honestly, like, that's my number 11.
Wow.
That's my number 11. But it is great. It is a great album. Still, like, again, there's a big leap up from Marvelous Missing Link to everything else here.
Right.
That one is because it's so overproduced. I really don't like that compared to anything else on this list. But it's still decent. Anyway, what were we gonna go with for a track from there? What did you want to go with from number 11?
Man,
Bazooka Joey.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's right.
Bam!
Bazooka Joey.
This is the story of a man on the edge who all but lost his way until one day he discovered in his palms a rocket launcher. Enjoy this tale of personal rejuvenation, redemption, and scrubbification as told by the great Shaggy Turtle.
Grandpappy was a World War II vet, and I found his bazooka set in the basement with a bag of mortars. Yeah, bitch, I'm done taking orders. Dragged it outside, tried it out, dropped the shell in and fired it out. Across the street to the neighbor's kitchen, and now half of their house is missing. Fuck yeah! I grabbed the rockets, beer truck in the scope, I locked it. Blew the wheels off and flipped it twice. I'm realizing with that zook I'm nice and I'm dancing.
And we're back. Like I said, Mighty Death Pop, that's my choice. That's my choice.
Wow.
Now, what do you have next? 410, sir. Your number 10 on the list of 13. Come on.
Woo! So, number 10, it might not completely shock you, it might, but, my number 10 is Riddlebox.
Are you fucking crazy?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Fuck is wrong with you?
Bitch ass motherfucker. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Fuck is wrong with you?
Is there something wrong? Hold on, I don't want to get banned because of violence. I don't. You two were friends.
We're best friends, don't worry.
No, it's not. You just.
My arm.
You just said Riddlebox for number 10.
Dude, it was hard, man.
No, you gotta at least give me reasons now. You have to give me some. I don't care. You just call Riddlebox number 10. I don't care about that.
Man, it was so hard to put it up against everything else. For me, it's tough because you gotta give it a Willy Wonka look. Okay, so for me, it's tough because, like, what their subject matter, I love what they're doing on Riddlebox. Everything, the specific stories. I think of Dead Body Man, Three Rings.
Those aren't story songs as much, though, as 12 or Old Evil Eye or...
Which I also had on the list.
Okay.
For me, it's hard because it's like a. I don't say this in a bad way. It's hard for me to. It's an album where I feel like, me personally, I don't always throw it on as much as I would other ones in comparison. It holds up extremely well, but for me, it's not one I would throw on in rotation all the time. Like again, I think of the great songs like "Old Eagle Eye."
I look, dude. I mean, at the end of the day, right? You play what you like the most, and obviously we all have to mix it up. So we both listened to all of the only one you and I both haven't listened to at least 10 or 20 times, I'm sure, for me hundreds.
Yeah.
But is Marvelous Missing Link, and I've listened to that 10, 20, the rest of these thousands of times. Right. But I just think that's insane. But hey, you know what? That's why we're here. We're here to talk, work our things out.
Yeah.
YouTube to forgive our pad on pad violence.
Yeah.
It's not color related. No, but a couple of the songs you mentioned though. So you said you liked what 3 Rings from that. As far as well, we might as well play what you like, and then we'll play one of what I like.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So hey, hit them with some. And 3 Rings is a great song.
It is.
Some 3 Rings.
Ring one, a dang a dang dang. My name's Valentine, and I stay for my tongue to the desk in school. Then I run down the hall, scaring the shit out of all of y'all bitches. Which is fine, you don't invite mine to your party just 'cause I don't look like everybody. I guess you're just a bunch of rich boys, bitch boys, scary. And what's the big deal about my neck? Just because now and then I like to let it stretch up a couple feet to get a better sight. Is that any reason to scream and run in fright? No. So, now how you gon' act? So what if I got another arm growing out of my back?
So that was your number 10 of 13. 3 Rings by on Riddlebox by ICP.
Yeah.
Riddlebox, number 10 of 13. Bryce Foster said so. Just so y'all know, I have nothing to do. We made these lists separately, yet together, yet separately, yet hidden. Don't look at mine, because mine's right, yours is wrong. So, my number 10, Yum Yum Bedlam. Yum Yum Bedlam. See, this is where things are going to get really weird between us. I do give you credit, you didn't paper assault me like I did you, but no, Yum Yum Bedlam, it's a fire. Remember, I feel like I'm having to say it's like not shit or something because it's fire. Yum Yum Bedlam, looking at the track list, right? So let me just give you some of the ones that I wrote down here for notes. So it has, again, it's one of those records that has absolutely some of my favorites that they've ever made on it.
Right.
Okay? And the song I would give for that off top, I'm going to pull up the track list for it real quick. Fuck Regret, okay? I can talk about that. Fuck Regret is one of the best ICP songs ever on any Joker's card. Ever. So intro, Here Comes the Carnival. I felt that Here Comes the Carnival was a drag on, a little bit unnecessary of the intro.
Okay, I can agree with you.
Wretched is fire. Clown Drippin' is great, but I don't know how I feel about it where it's placed in the album. Gangsta Code. That song is one of those I will either love to hear it or fucking change the song. I'm not in the mood. Because it approaches, the Gangsta Code topic with the old Boondocks beat that Jay made for Boondocks.
That's right.
And I like it a lot. I like it a lot, but it's not my favorite ever. Then we get into Queens. I appreciate it. As you know, I post it all the time.
Oh, of course.
Respect to the juggalettes out there, the female juggalos that have been great in my life, and just all the women that have been great in my life. Really appreciate that. But that's not something I'm going to pound the trunk out with all the time. Panic Attack. I really appreciate that song for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
I just about had one when you said Riddlebox at 10, motherfucker. So that's great. The Drunk in the Attic, I appreciate, but I felt they could have done that song a little better. Don't Touch That Flower seemed like an interlude, not a song, which I guess is what it is, but I could be without it. Then you have Slapnut, which to me is mediocre song, kind of for them. Bitch I'm Fine, I very much enjoy. Carnival Lights, again reminds me of Here Comes the Carnival, the very obvious we're ending an album type of thing.
Yeah.
But it is it does sound joyful. It sounds pretty.
Yeah,
and it feels good. Like Carnival of Lights.
Right.
You know, like the whole rhythm to it. Ain't No Time. That was a great song. That's a great song.
I love that song.
I don't have that's and then Something to See at the end. I didn't feel they ended this album nearly as well as they did some others, but it's still good. It's still very good. And remember, I was very fucking happy about this song or album when it came out. Most recent, 2021.
That's why I'm very shocked by your...
I know. Remember, our list could go different any day. We've both said this. You can hit me if you want. I did you. Come on.
Man,
I'll bring that yum slap.
I mean, I'm more shocked just because of, of course, that's when we listened to together right when Midnight dropped.
And that's probably what it means to me the most, is the memory of when it dropped, listening to it with my best friend in the fucking world.
Yep.
And the feeling that, like, because remember, there was so much time put into that album and delays into that album that if it had been a Marvelous Missing Link, we would have both felt so disappointed.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not that. Let me be very clear. Neither is Mighty Death Pop, for that matter, which I have even below this.
Right.
It's a fantastic album. This is where we get into, for me, where my list starts to get into fantastic is more fantastic is more fantastic.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's just what it is. Yum Yum Bedlam is my 10. And why don't we go with Fuck Regret.
Hey.
So here's some Fuck Regret.
Fuck Regret. Woo!
Sweet face, and I always stay proud of myself.
I'm yelling.
Man, if I only could.
Fuck that shit, you little bitch, so what? Make up a hand sign that means scrub life, they throw that shit the fuck up. I got 2 fat bitches, hippopotamuses, clearing 30 dishes. Who gives a fuck what I'd be doing if I made different decisions? I bump into good luck on daily, everywhere I go, we meet again. It's like the shit stalking me, hawking me like I need a friend. It's almost scary, like we got the same itinerary. I said, what in the fuck is good luck, you again? You don't be call me Larry. So take your crystal balls, superstitions, intuitions, and visions, and fuck out my face, unless you want my foot in your ass collision. I'm sorry, some of the roads I took in life were dead ends. And if they fucked you up somehow, kid, that wasn't my intentions. If you was, you'd be dead. Worms living in your bitch ass butt cheek. So if you wanna trip on that shit, I kick your ass to this beat. I don't dwell if anything go wrong. I'm just too strong, I move on. Just finishes spitting this verse, now my shit already wrote for the next 2 songs.
Man, that song, let me just say something about that song. The way Shaggy the Airhead produced that song.
Oh, man.
And how it turned out and the content of it, which we played a little bit for you. But seriously, it's a song. We'll put all the songs we're listing in the description, links to them, etc., timestamps, etc. But no, that's a song I highly recommend anybody have on their list for a bad day.
Very much.
Seriously, if you're having a bad day, that shit will help you.
Yeah.
So fuck regret. That's what we're coming back from.
Fuck regret.
Fuck regret. Number 9. What's your number 9, my brother?
All right. So, as we mentioned,
I won't assault you this time.
As we mentioned just not too long ago, this is a part of our list where things start to get a little chippy, where one could go above the other on a given day.
Yeah, you be in this mood this day, and this is 5, and this is 7, and this is 3, and then totally opposite another, right?
Yeah, so for me, this is where it starts to get chippy, because this album is great, but man, as we go on, I'm like, ooh, it's tough. For me, my number 9 is what we rockin', Great Milenko.
Don't you ever do this.
Wow!
Dude, it was extremely tough. It was
holy shit.
It was extremely tough because there's so many good songs in there.
I want to make a statement to the Juggalos right now. This is proof positive that this man is an individual. This man is brave. This man is his own Juggalo. This man belongs with all of us. Got 19 years here and about 9 seconds. No, I'm just kidding. A good few years with you.
Yeah.
Kind of back to 2015 was your first show. It's funny, your first tour was Marvelous.
Yeah, I just remember
and we
that.
still had a complete blast.
Yeah.
Right? So, but no, really, it really does get harder from here. It's which is better upon better upon better.
Right.
I guess is how our lists go.
Yeah.
But my dog just put the Great Milenko 1997. which was pulled from store shelves
That's
the day
right.
it was released after selling 17,000 copies.
That's right.
By Disney and
Yeah.
Hollywood Records, and then re-released with a few songs removed, another slang. That's why there's 3 different versions. But
Yeah.
what dude, you let me get this jersey that came this week. Shout out to Marshall Hill.
Hey, shout out
You
Marshall.
let me get this jersey, and you come in with the great Malenko at 9.
It was extremely hard, man.
I know. Okay, but give me some. Give them a fire song choice of yours, and you know what? I'll throw in a fire song choice of mine. We'll hit that, and then we'll head on in. We'll head into my choice of mine.
Well, one song.
What sticks out that just is a gotta have on you?
I feel like I would be doing a great disappointment, not only
Disservice, if you will.
Yes, and disservice, if I did not mention one of the great songs from that album that you have put me on to, especially through very hard times, that often gets me through, and a song that has made me cry, admittingly, especially when I think about...
Me too, I already know you're gonna mention
Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, Pass Me By.
Hey, Chico.
Hey, yo.
So, Pass Me By, like you said, like, I've literally cried to that song.
Same, dude.
No cap, as the kids would say, no bullshit, but also through the tears that like if you're really just down and out, you put that song on.
Yeah.
Is the incredibly positive message that song is,
oh, man, absolutely.
I think what we'll do is we're gonna go with my. I'll do a song real quick. We'll just do a little snippet of choice of mine from that album,
Right.
and then we'll head them into a little bit of Pass Me By. You know what, dog? Some Southwest Voodoo.
Hey, that's another one I had on my
It's
list.
just kicking.
Oh,
that
yeah.
song is a trunk banger with the homies. Here's some
Fuck yeah.
Southwest Voodoo, followed by a little bit of peace for you. Peace of mind. Bam.
Southwest voodoo's in the heart.
Wicked voodoo, soca killer.
Magic, dark magic, yo.
Ripped out thunder on a windy night. You see voodoo scribblings in the moonlight. Painted all on the city streets. It's the ancient craft of gangbanging.
Hey, say, what's in the bag?
A shrunken head and shriveled scrotum sack. Why? You think voodoo's fake? Come to the graveyard, I'll make the dead wake.
Raise, shoo-boom-ba. Sleep no longer, raise. Quick, raise, shoo-boom-ba.
Leave us alone, you fucking punk bitch. Fuck it, I ain't that good yet. But one day you can bet I'm a freak. We'll make the whole world dance with the dead. And just like my homie said, it only takes.
It's already taken care of. There'll be no worry of being moved out of it. It will be yours forever.
I got shot. Ah! The murder was heinous. The bullet went in my eyeball and out my anus. And I was hit, that was it. On the spot, flash. I woke up in a parking lot. And I'm sitting in a 64 on keys. With shaggy dope written on the car keys. I looked around, I can't believe that it's possible. I'm dead and I made it to the carnival. I walked in, it's everything I dreamed of. Everybody and their mama got clown love. Japanese, Lebanese, and Chinese, Portuguese, and Southwest cattle cheese. Hanging out with redneck truck drivers instead of always killing each other pile drivers. I see my old homie, he died in a drag, chilling with 2 bitches.
What up, shit?
And he passed me a blunt like a tree trunk. I tried to hit it, but couldn't even fuck with it. In the dick, I always been afraid to die, but I ain't never going back to wonder why.
That Pass Me By, I think we might need to readdress at a later date.
Oh,
but
yeah.
that song's so amazing.
Yeah.
Southwest Voodoo is as well. But my man had Great Malenko at number 9. So Juggalos, get him. I'll protect him, but I don't know from how much. On to my number 9. You ready? Bang! Pow! Boom! Bang, pow, boom. Number 9. Now, hold on. I know. See, this is how he says he wants to fight, but isn't going to actually hit me. Yep.
Number 9?
Let me explain to people.
Oh, yes.
I've had this since the year it came out, that summer, with
Yeah.
my little tennis balls. And it's still in great shape. This thing is
Oh, yeah, dude, that thing is.
12, 13 years old. It's funny because there's been times I've almost regretted getting this beautiful flagged Bang Pow Boom Baby, because when people see it, they assume I'm a new school juggalo, like I've seen on, in a museum,
Yeah.
always someone who's got a, And honestly, that album came out when just a little after high school, 09, so like I'd be about 20 then.
Yeah.
It was during a very free period of my life living in South Minneapolis.
Right.
And I loved so much of the concept of it. And to me, the artwork, we'll show right here, for Bang Pow Boom, is so cool.
Yeah.
And I love the sharpness, the edges. Again, even my tattoo features it's 3 different colors. I love how it came in 3 different colors.
Fuck yeah.
Had a different intro track, not different intro, but intro track.
Yeah.
And had a different bonus song.
Yeah.
That created the nuclear edition eventually. Whoop, right there. No, it's at number 9 and it's fire. It's at number 9, it's fire. I've got reasons why I've got others above. But it is a fire album. It's just, I've got one, like we said, you know, we have to make decisions as we get along here. We can't dwell for too long. And as I said, again, another day, it might be my number 5, 4.
Right.
Again, I love the shit. I don't have this on my body, and it's my biggest tattoo. So I love it. But so for number 9, some songs I put in that I think will have to. First of all, In Your Face.
Ooh.
Bang Pow Boom has one of, if not the best lead-in songs in Your Face. And the video, when that video came out, that was it was their first video that went live on YouTube.
Yeah.
And as a monetized, because remember, they're very late to the internet on everything.
Yeah.
Notoriously. In Your Face, 09, 10, that area, was huge, and it's a big budget video. It looks good, it's funny. We'll throw in a little clip of that. And then I think we should also throw in a little shout out to our man Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
To Catch a Predator. Or would you pick a different one? Because let me pick you. If you want to pick a different one, let's do that. Yeah, we want to do Catch a Predator. Wouldn't you be down with that?
Yeah, I mean, that's both of those are on my list for that album, so it works out real well.
Hey, we will do those. We will do those two. In Your Face! Bam!
Something special, exclusive for you. Something exclusive. I'll pop up the box, swing on a spring. Big Von and Jay with the axe out. Trouble we bring, a juggalo thing. Wicked clown with the boom pow bang. In your face, through the glass as the fireworks blast. Shaggy the clown hit a murder some ass. I've been in Strangler, no coast to coast, and I turn any thug into a ghost. In your face, juggalo only when it's convenient, and no, they don't mean it. We sick of being lenient. Step your ass back before the hatchet attacks, and you catch a few hacks from the axe.
I'm on the internet, posing as a little girl. I'm trying to lure evil into my world. I tell them that I'm curious, and I'm only 12. Mom and Dad are gone for the day, I'm by myself. Buckets I throw up are next to my computer, hoping that they show up, cause what I'm about to do to them would make the devil sick. I sharpen my blade, frontin' to this perv like I'm only in the 7th grade. The doorbell rings, I gotta get him inside. In my best little girl's voice, I'm like,
hi, go on in. I'm putting on my bikini.
And when the door shuts, that's when I let him see me.
Hi there.
I stab him in the neck first, cause it hurts. Hit him when a blood squirts. Carve his whole face off and make him eat it. Chain him up by the foot in the basement. Bleed out.
Some good tunes, some Bang Pow Boom. Now we move on. My number 8. So my number 8, we got 13 total, my number 8. And again, wonderful album. Gotta put him somewhere.
Yeah.
Fearless Fred Fury. Yeah, see, there again, the surprise.
What?
Major second deck guy. And second deck is great too, but no, I like I said, I would say 8 through 5, I could totally flip around.
Yeah.
Like, extremely easily. And my top 4, I could flip between each other really easily. So, Fearless Fred Fury, I mean, that's an album. I don't have it right here, but boop, that's what it looks like. Great album. I love it.
Right.
I love how it's produced.
Oh yeah, production
just
fire.
It's one of the albums I actually have some of the most notes on, as far as like songs.
Yeah.
Which is weird that I would have it at number 8 then, right?
Right.
But I just have to say that for me, it's a personal thing, you know, as far as what you like.
Oh, of course.
We're not doing the John Too Dope, ranking them on purely music production and because you know if you go all the way back to '92 to now, there's totally different tools.
Yeah, so different.
Producers, etc. This one is, I mean, for me, and look, I know that we'll both have to play this. Satellite.
Yes.
That is a song that is, it's inspiring to me in many ways, in unique ways. Because you wouldn't necessarily think of it as an inspiring song, but I know it's played a big part in our friendship.
Very much so.
Our partnership.
Oh, yeah.
Last decade, however you want to call this shit. You know?
Yeah.
So, Satellite, and then I think, I would say Night of Red Rum and West Werner are stickouts to me. What do you think we should give the people a taste of then? Of my number 8.
I say West Werner Avenue. That's one of my personal favorites too.
Alright, we'll hit you with a taste of some Satellite.
Yes, sir.
Then we'll hit you with a little taste of some TikTok Red Rum. I have to include it.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll finish it off coming back with a little taste. We're gonna ride down to West Werner Avenue. Let's start with that, actually. West Werner Avenue.
Hey! Yeah. So many in their home sipping cheap wine in the recline. I'm out bottle too, so this beat's fine. Bitch giving me a lap, that's my honey heavy. She weigh more than a 3500 Chevy. She lit in the belly, wax surprise. Pussy head froze like the Jackson 5. Just stay pose, get down. They wanna nix this freaking crown. I took a look, the girl was cooked, her head exploded. Reached for the Uzi at my foot and I loaded. But them hoes got away in time and my bitch headless. But she'll be fine. I shot back in the passion's heat. Killed somebody's grandma across the street. They all gon' die, no they can't hide. As soon as we find out who we gonna ride down to West Werner Avenue and open fucking fire, bitch. Your life's shitty. Wow. Is that what you said, man? Try and tell that to a dead man. In the red man, stressed in the head man. No bitch in the bed, yeah, I've been there. But let me try to steer you up here, Sabu. That'll cheer you up, sad fool. You got kids that love you, and if not, you got a roof above you. And if not, you got 2 legs beneath you. And if not, at least you ain't getting beat down and shot. You still got a lot, a little spot, a little cot, a little pot, tube socks. And doing on the block and sleeping on 2 rocks. And you got more than him in that shoebox. You got a best friend in Dude Rocks. And it's you, your crew jocks. So load the jukebox and do a few shots. Cause you ain't got a tombstone like Tupac. Bless me with the sight of a satellite. I can always see from here. Can always see clear from down.
Coming back from Corey's number 8.
Yeah.
Fearless Fred Fury right here, baby. The little bumps you just heard. Bryce, what do you have for your number 8? And I'm praying that I don't have to Mr. Sesame seed you again. Because there's something wrong with his bag. There's more seed than there's weed. Stems and sticks to be had.
Alright, well...
Tell me, what the fuck is wrong with you at 8?
Well, again, as we get up higher and higher into this list, it's very hard.
It does, I know. It gets nitpicky here. It's getting there.
This one, on a given day, I would definitely put quite higher up, but for the sake of what we came up with for the list, for the sake of what I came up with,
it is what it is.
I've got Ringmaster, number 8.
You know, with you, that doesn't surprise me at all. I just found the restraint myself not to lose. See, my list literally fell off from my notes because of Mr. Sesame Seed over here. I blame you more than me. Okay? Okay, so Ringmaster, though, like we said, we're getting to, you know, greater, you know, great. And
very much.
So, what do you like about Ringmaster in particular, and why do you have it at 8, or, you know, and also what's great about it? Because like we said, we're getting into greater and greater.
Oh yeah,
for you.
For me, what I love about Ringmaster, and I remember the first time you showed it to me, I think it was 2019. You'll correct me if I'm wrong. For me,
in full listens together, yeah, it sounds
full
right.
listens, yeah.
Yep.
For me, what got me to really like it, what made me
gravitate. That goes back 19 years for me, but it's so heartfelt. Go ahead.
What made me gravitate towards it was the fact that it was, you know, coming off of Carnival of Carnage, those early albums.
The first.
Yes, the first. And they were really coming off of that into Ringmaster, where they were, the beats were still kind of...
Well, they're old school, but more developed.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Old school, but more developed.
Yeah, there's much more polish on it, if you can even call it polish, because it's such a gritty album.
Exactly, and I feel like that's what Ringmaster does so well. They start to get into that polish, whether it's lyrics.
They're getting more professional. More and more professional with Mikey Clark.
Yeah.
I think Mikey Clark stepped his skills up as much as anybody in this process. Mm-hmm. Whether it's Joe or Joey. Joe's bars stay very Joe in this album.
Yeah.
But they also they get more into topics that are very ghetto poverty related.
Right.
Where the Carnival is kind of originally coming from with it.
Exactly.
With their sound.
Yeah.
What are some songs that come to you right away with that? I've got. I mean, I could go through that album quite a bit, but what do you go with?
I mean,
give them some.
Instantly, I think of the Loons, man.
Ooh, good choice.
Yeah.
For me, while we're covering this for you on your number, what is it, 8?
Yep.
You know what? I have to go with, let me see, what do I have it with? Murder Go Round. I just love it. It's the first track. Like, it does the Ringmaster intro.
Yeah.
It's also where they establish their first true Joker's card.
Right.
Carnival of Carnage is very much an intro to the Carnival.
Right.
Joker's card.
Yeah.
The Ringmaster is the first real face.
Right.
So for me, I gotta go with Murder Go Round. You're going with the Loons.
Yeah.
So let's hit him with Murder Go Round since that comes in first.
Fuck yeah.
And then you get a taste of the Loons, the Loons, the Loons, the Loons.
What can I say, man? I hit him with the brick. Killed a little prick. Him and his chick. Try to be slick, but you ain't no slink. Do you brink? Do you think? Do you suck my Twinkie? I don't give a fuck if you call me a clown. Break it on down. It's Murder Go Round. What you dishing out, I catch it comes back to ya. If you're trying to creep, I hate to say I never knew ya. Once upon a time in a ghetto zone, a 10-foot lead pipe slapped up my dome. I'm laying in the street with blood oozing out my head. Excuse me, motherfucker, was it something I said? Forks up, forks down, man, forks sideways. Then he grabbed my finger when he said, crime pays. Swung on his plate once again for the road. Hold off, dog, this shit gets old. Little Miss Buffett, oh, she never had a clue of what the psychopathic wicked clown was finna do. Creeping through the backyards underneath the moon. Only 3 blocks away, they took a Looney Tune. Listen to the loon, listen to the pain. Listen to the one they call the violent J Insane. Watch me as I duck and I dash through the night. I can see the shadows of the moon in my butcher knife. Butcher knife. The world has created this monster. See me living with a dead body in a dumpster. Laughing in your castle, but I can't crush your moat. But then I take a boat and cut your fucking throat. But now I'm getting closer, so I crawl under a house. I'm waiting for the car to pass and then I crawl back out. Another block down, just a little ways to go.
Hello?
And we're back.
Yeah.
Goes out 8. What is number 7 on Beat a Man, Bryce Foster's list? I can't rip any more pages, so I'm just not gonna. I already got it in on number 10.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's your number 7?
Number 7, Bang Pow Boom.
Bang Pow Boom for number 7?
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
But place it for me. What do you love about it, or whatever you think about it?
So
it's your choice.
Yeah, what I really love about it, it's, you mentioned it a little bit earlier, it has a really fun sound to it, like, boom, and your man's got the tattoo right there.
Bang, pow, and boom, right?
That's true. So yeah, for me, I really enjoy just how fun sounding this album is. Like, from the production to the bars that Shaggy and Jay are throwing down. To me, I place it higher up because anytime I listen to it in full, it makes me feel good. Whether, from the intro to In Your Face to The Bone, Miracles, which we know how people react about Miracles.
And so seriously underrated. What they were coming with that song is just appreciating the basic things in life.
Exactly.
And, sometimes that's a fucking YouTube video that you may be subscribed to the people involved.
Yeah.
Just an idea. And no, it really is. It's a special. It's a great album.
Fuck
you know,
yeah, man.
and it 2009.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. It really makes me feel old. That Bang Pow Boom is that old.
God,
when I think
wow.
that this right here, I mean, like again, I got it. Like I've shown a few times. I got it tatted on my arm.
Yep.
To think that this is 13 years old.
Man.
It's also a favorite of Carrie's.
Hey.
So he greatly appreciates that. He would have that one high up on his list as well. So let's just play it. I mean, we already played a couple songs from it, but might as well play one more, right?
Hell yeah.
So what do you want to go with? You know what? The Bone kind of sounded good.
You know, you read my best friend mind. That best friend telepathy. You read my mind.
We do got it. So here, you'll get the bone.
You'll get the bone!
Has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, Your Honor. We find the defendant guilty on all counts.
The bailiff came at me with a pair of cuffs in his hand. He was taking me to jail, but that wasn't my plan. I broke the arm off my chair, stabbed him hard as I can. He got the bone. He got the bone! I jumped over the others and kicked the door down with my feet. Ran down the steps and headed right into the street. Waved down a car, the driver stopped and looked at me. He got the bone. Get out. He got the bone! I hit the gas and I'm swerving in and out of my lane. Coppers on my tail, I'm driving like I'm insane. Old man up in the street, crossing slowly with his cane. He got the bone. He got the bone! Smashed into a post, I jumped out of my car. Hopped over a wall, running through someone's yard. Ran into a house, the father tried to be hard. He got the bone. He got the bone!
And with that,
Yeah.
that was little Bang Pow Boom. A little
Yes,
bit more
sir.
for you.
The bone.
Which Bryce? Yeah, the Bone. Bryce had number 7. My number 7. Again, we had to split the Wraith. Shangri-La and Hell's Pit. My 6 and 7, I could flip-flop totally depending on the hour of the day almost, which maybe says a lot about me.
Huh.
Hell's Pit. Hell's Pit.
Interesting.
The Wraith, Hell's Pit. For me, I know you're not of the dark, and when we say dark, with that album, but it's so honest.
Oh yeah, very much so.
And that's what I really appreciate about it. And I'm gonna tell a little true story, and this is totally just facts. I bought that when it came out, when I had, I think, just turned 14.
Yeah.
It came out in August. I forget the exact date, but it came out in August. And convincing my dad to let me take that home from Best Buy was a little bit of a challenge. Because as you'll see here with the cover, axes, stabs, and body slabs. And then, others is and then it says blatantly the wicked shit across the front, that they put a sticker over the word shit, which we might show here. It was one of those albums I took home. There was no putting that in the CD player on the way home, because I didn't know what to. I hadn't heard it yet.
Yeah.
And when I first listened to that album, I was so gravely disappointed, because everything I had just gotten into ICP over the last year and a half, and everything I heard was hocus pocus, Malenko, funny storytelling.
Yeah.
And that album took such a different approach, which is what its purpose is.
Right.
But let me tell you, I took it home and I was like, no, it's one of the first ICP albums it was the first Joker's card I bought when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
I have to like it.
Yeah.
So I kept listening to it. I literally, the second time listening to it at home, I didn't play it through my speakers, just on my headset with my portable CD player.
Mm-hmm.
I cried to a few of the songs. And I realized that I gotta, and it's funny because I walked away from it, even though it just came out, listened to more Malenko, stuff that I guess I was used to or whatever, that wasn't Hell's Pit. Right. And I found myself coming back to it, and I fell in love with the very thing that made me cry. Because it has songs in it that I think are so relatable, especially as my life went on and I became an adult.
Yeah.
And experienced certain things.
Yeah.
It's a very powerful record. So what do we have for the songs we'd already played on that, just so I can give it something else?
Yeah, looks like we played Bowling Balls and Burning Up,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to hit you with another favorite of mine, Angels Falling, which is about a man, again, who loses his girlfriend. She dies. He feels abandoned by her because of the fact that she dies. and he literally takes it out on the sky at God, shooting arrows at it, shooting guns at it, the moon and everything, whatever he can, as if he's actually going to sink her as an angel and bring her back to Earth.
Yeah.
It's poetic, it's beautiful,
Absolutely,
it's dark,
man. Yeah.
it's dark, and again, I've had a girlfriend that's passed away literally in my life, so that song has become forever, like, something to me.
Of course.
And I appreciate it a lot, so I'll just give a rest in peace to Aaron, and Angels Are Falling. Play it away.
It's like the only thing you hear is pew into the sky. I bought a harpoon off the internet and went up and tried to shoot it, but the fucking rip off, it got stuck. I said fuck it and I threw the spear up into the sky as fucking hard as I could. I threw it into the sky. I'm spraying mace up there, I throw M80s up there. I'm shooting everything I got. I sit and wait in my chair because I hate the sky above, whether moon or sun, whether rain or snow, since the pain begun. I'm trying to aim for the heavens up into the sky. Tell me why the love of my life had to die. How's she gonna leave me and not even say bye? I know that she's an angel and they're letting her fly. Every plan I thought we made together was a lie. She could've hung on, I bet she didn't even try. She let me dry, and that no one can deny. And when she fall from the sky, I'm asking her why.
Number 6, coming back from my pick at Hell's Pit at number 7, ICP Joker's Cards ranking.
Yes, sir.
Separating the Wraith, Shangri-La, and Hell's Pit, and Marvelous Missing Link, so that we have 13 total, 1 through 13.
Mm-hmm.
On our way up the list from 13 to we are at 6.
Number 6.
What is Beat a Man, Bryce Foster's number 6?
Number 6 for me. Well, not.
Go ahead. I won't know. I might.
The Mighty Death Pop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I guess, as we've already talked about Mighty Death Pop, at least a lot from my perspective, and your wowment, or is that's not a word, but I'm gonna use it, wowment. Why do you have it that high? I mean, I think it is great. Like I said, it's very hard for me to have it as low as I do, at 11. But why do you then have it? You know, what is it there on that album that's special to you?
You know, for me, there are 2 specific songs. Well, actually 3 specific songs. One in particular that you specifically have played around me so many times in the past decade we've known each other. It sticks with me so much. When I'm Clowning is a song that I've heard so much that from that album, and I'm like, oh my god, it's one of the most fun songs on that album that really makes me love it as a whole because...
Didn't we see that live? Was that played live at the Marvelous Missing Link tour, or did they do it in the DJ in between? I know, like we said, we've heard that song so many times.
Yeah, so many times.
Let's not forget the remix with Danny Brown.
Oh yeah,
he's
that's
so
just cold.
offbeat and just literally clowning.
Yeah,
and cracked out.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. No, go on with the album.
But
why it's where it is.
But yeah, the fact that album it's up so high for me because the fact that I've heard it so many times when we've been chilling. So many songs been played. You know, I mentioned When I'm Clowning. I also think of Where's God and Forever. 2 powerful songs that I really enjoy by ICP. Some of my favorite songs by them.
They're a great ending to it, too.
Absolutely. And that's what really... I mean, every album has a great ending and a great beginning. But I really think of those songs especially just because of, again, Just Like Pass Me By off of Malenko. Those songs really resonate with me and really make me think about times where I've questioned where's God, or I need a big old positive lift me up with forever. And for me, Mighty Death Pop is really that mix of fun yet serious tone for me. And it was hard to bounce between the Outer Bang Pow Boom.
You know what? That's about the best way I can think of to describe that album.
Yeah.
In short, without going on through each track.
Right.
So we covered a little bit of that so far. Where did we already hit on that?
I know we did Bazooka Joey and the Army Skip before it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did Bazooka Joey. I think When I'm Clowning and Where's God or Forever. Take a pick of those 2.
You know, let's go with Forever.
When I'm Clowning, followed by Forever. Forever.
When I'm clowning, I'm psycho illy. Snatch out your icy grilly. I owes the mob a milli. About to knock off a chilies. When I'm clowning, mad hoes I'm springing. They want my ding-a-lingin'. They singing. super sick. Bozo popper shoot you quick. Why you? Cause you's a dick. Is he dead? Poke him, use a stick. When I'm clowning, I'm heavy, high powered. Mad energy devoured the whole Milky Way. Sour, let my acid rain shower. Everything's a joke. That angel's wings are broke. So hot, just speak of smoke. I freak this till I croak.
This life is tricky, mean and strange. You can only be sure about one thing. Change, for worse or for better, maintain. Catch wisdom, try to gain brains. In my life, I seen a lot come and go. Like a non-stop fashion show. Very little shit lasts forever. And just because shit's new, it ain't better. I wanna be with Shaggy and Billy, my dogs for life. And I pray that I'll never change every night. I said never again, and then I did it, and did it again. I can't pretend, I won't lie. Yo, I've lost control and it's a scary endeavor. I got it together, but it took forever. Now I want forever to be just like this. The shit I wish.
And we're back. Forever.
Forever.
Forever. My number 6 on my list. Like I said, my 6 and 7 are basically the indicators of my manic depression. Or, you know, in full-fledged, just straight up, the Ray Shangri-la. It's, I just, as I made my list, I'll be honest with you, there are many moments and days I could put Hell's Pit, one about vice versa.
Yeah.
But as I looked through the track listing and really thought about positive times in my life, and times with like Cody Spence, he was one of the people who put me onto that album hard. It's so positive, yet has such gangsta shit on it. It's just, it's so special, and there's a reason that this bad boy right here is always worth a fortune on vinyl. It's special, it's beautiful, it's funny.
Oh man,
it has storytelling, it has homie songs to smoke to. It's a total package.
Very much so.
And it completed the saga of the first 6.
Yeah.
And at the time, there was no indication there'd be a second deck, or much less a third deck eventually.
Right.
Now we know it's 665. 6 Joker's cards, 6 Joker's cards, 5.
Yep.
And we just recently got the 5th of the second deck.
Yeah.
At the time, this was, even Hell's Pit was kind of like, well, will they actually do it? Will they actually do a Dark Side of this? It's part of why it took them so long to do.
Right.
Because they rode the cloud of what this album was.
Oh, yeah.
And its energy. Why wouldn't you?
Exactly, especially after that. Why would you
having Isham on the first Joker's card and the last, which he states.
Yep.
So for me, being at number 6, Ain't Yo Business is one of those, and its extras, that the supervillains, the first supervillains track.
Oh, yeah.
That's on at the very end as a little snippet, or like extra. Ain't Yo Business would be my joint, and then the staleness. I'm so sorry that I'm so stale. I'm so sorry I'm stale. We'll kick it to you.
Maybe I don't have no self-esteem, so I like to pick on everybody else. Maybe when I was a boy, underneath my shirt I had bruises and welts.
Oh, it's okay.
Maybe I was hungry, bottom barrel poor, and my mom was always sick. Maybe I'm lying. I'm just trying to find an excuse to be a dick.
I'm a dick.
Maybe I'm upset that you left me. I hang myself right above your bed. From the ceiling fan, so I'll be swinging when you walking. I might kick you in the head. Maybe I got 7 therapists. I've been committed, but my manager, he got me free. 18 pills a day. I get so dizzy and high, sometimes I can't even see.
I gotta sit down.
Ain't your business.
Oh, my yeah.
Ain't your business.
Don't get slapped.
Ain't your concern. What we do? Unless you want your face left to. I need to.
What kind of circus is this?
How you gonna give me a straight jacket when I'm crooked? Took it and shook it, ripped it and unzipped it, and waited for the nurse guy to bring me my tray. Jumped him from behind and turned his head backwards my way. Took all his keys and a crate of methadone. Masturbated on myself and leaped out the window. Then I turned around and went right back inside once I realized I could have grabbed the gang of formaldehyde. Suddenly another fucking guard shot me. I played the whole movie shits off like, you got me. Laid there playing dead, and when he checked my pockets, I jabbed my fucking thumb knuckle deep in his eye sockets.
By now there was guards everywhere. I'm steady cutting heads off, surfing on a wheelchair, and too many bullets finally put me away. But was it the real Violent J?
I wanna. It's like I need to.
And we're back from our number 6 picks. Me with Shangri-La. Some Ain't Yo Business in there.
Yep.
Man, great fucking album.
Hell yeah.
So for me, I'm gonna kick it off for our number 5 picks.
Alright.
Different picks we have, most likely. Yeah, I'm positive. Our number 5s are different. For me, number 5, Ringmaster.
Ah, okay.
The Ringmaster, 1994, Insane Clown Posse, like you had mentioned. The second Joker's card. I'll do one better than a picture here. Got that bitch on vinyl right here.
Vinyl.
And it's great too because these vinyls I just love too much because they're like this shit
so
brown
fresh.
but gold too. Like they actually sparkle.
So great.
They're really fresh to see spinning, and they're really fun to scratch too. They work
Oh
great.
my God,
Full
yeah.
180 grams, great vinyls, great album. To me, I have that where I have it because it's not their very best. But it's where, like we discussed with it being the second Joker's card, being the first actual face, as to where Carnival of Carnage, the first one, is more of an intro to the Joker's cards. It's like the Carnival itself.
Yeah.
This is your first actual, dude, forks up, forks down, like we get in Malenko with the fourth. As we get into again, the way that album kicks off with Murder Go Round. What can I say? Man, I hit him with the brick. Killed the little prick, him and his chick. It's old school. The bars and the flow are so 1994.
Yeah.
It's not even funny. Even almost 1992, but with better quality sound than Carnival of Carnage.
Yeah.
It has that Ringmaster's word track I could kind of do without, but I understand that they were trying to really devote themselves into the theme of ICP and what they're about.
Yeah.
So I very much appreciate it. Same with the Dead one, but they really explored something here. A lot of people, when this album first came out in '94, said, "Why is it so slow? Why is it so slow?" and just complained and complained. Now people look back on it, and almost every old school Juggalo, I think, would probably have it in their top 5. But I did say old school Juggalo. Yeah. But you're a half and half. You're an old school new breed. But no, it's like I said, and you said even better. It's the old, but they really picked up their quality. And they started pushing way more units then too. Yeah. Lots of units that getting kind of outside of Detroit over into Ohio. Yeah. That area, and started to really open doors for them. Yeah. Creaking outside of Detroit as we go forward down the line. So I think a song I'll go ahead and push from that album. We did Murder Go Round. What else did we do?
Let's see. Oh, the Loons.
The Loons, that's right. We did Murder Go Round and the Loons.
Yep.
I got to give you Mr. Johnson's Head.
Nice. Great pick.
Just the ticking of the clock.
Hell yeah.
And the way that this song flows. The story, for me, I want to show it because of the storytelling. Yeah. You can check out the full song yourself, but it's where Violent J starts to come into who he is.
Oh, very much
as a storyteller. So. Mr. Johnson's Head, my number 5 pick. Ringmaster.
There'll be no gum chewing. Please raise your hand if you wish to speak. If any of these rules are broken, I'll write your name down, and Mr. Johnson will punish you as he sees fit.
Sitting in my class with my head on my desk. Teacher's trying to talk, but I could give a fuck less. I'm staring at the freak that I know I'm in love with, but she don't even know my name. It's always been the same. I just lay my head down and drown in my spit. Nobody even notices I'm here, cause I ain't shit. I'm hearing voices, but I don't know what they saying. Sweat is on my forehead, cause my brains inside decaying. And this bitch that I love probably don't have no idea. She's talking to her friends, I'm in the corner and I see her. Something's happening, but it isn't very clear. Sounds like a bell, sounds like an electric chair. Next thing you know, I'm walking in a crowded hall. So many different faces that I throw up on the wall. Some are yelling sick and the others stop and stare, but I don't care. I'm in a hurry going nowhere.
Coming back from Corey's number 5.
That's
Ringmaster, 1994.
Yes, sir.
What do we got for your numero cinco? I got that right.
You did. You got it right.
I got my Spanish right this time. Or numero cinco, 5.
All right.
What is your number 5?
My number 5, Fearless Fred Fury.
Nice. Okay. That doesn't surprise me with you. And again, great album. You know,
absolutely.
I can't really hate on that. I do hate on your 10 and 9, but I can't entirely hate on. No, Fearless Fred Fury though. What does that bring for you? Why does it enter the top 5 out of such a I would say 10, 11 fantastic albums? How do you get that up there?
Well, for me,
For you.
it's interesting because obviously we've talked about it privately many times, but when Fearless Fred Fury came out, a lot of life changes were going on around that time, but most importantly, it's where I felt like I was truly coming into my own life as being a juggalo, fully being down and actually accepting it and not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
And so many great songs we mentioned, Satellite, West Burner Avenue. I could go on.
I remember we were both so happy that we figured they, because they did What the Fuck, the video for that, or whatever, or what was it? Some of the earlier tracks.
Yeah.
They'll do West Burner Avenue. They'll do a multitude of others.
Right.
Maybe even I Like It Rough.
Right.
Fucking legendary.
Yeah.
And they did Satellite, and they released it on World Star Hip Hop.
Yeah.
And that to me just felt like. Just like omen isn't the right word, but just like a powerful blessing, like.
Oh
that,
yeah, dude.
And I agree. I think that I would say that 2018-19, and then the Fred era is where you went from, yeah, dude, I love ICP. I listened to all these different albums, and you had been to a show before with me.
Yeah.
And I remember that's probably the happiest I've ever seen you.
Yeah.
And I think the only thing that could maybe make you happier is seeing ICP perform at WrestleMania. I mean, you were having a blast.
Yeah.
And you went from that, like, dude, I'm a fucking juggalo. Like,
yeah.
I'm Jug. And then you kind of came into the museum.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look how much people, as we are in the regular world, there are people who hate on our friendship all the time.
Right.
For whatever reason, they got a problem with whether it's our different color, or different size, or different approaches, or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't understand us.
Exactly.
In the juggalo world, we've experienced nothing but the exact opposite. Nothing but love. Even people have hit me up saying that they admire us. That we are like the friendship within the juggalo community.
Yeah, I've gotten similar messages.
For real.
Yeah, same. I've gotten similar messages. Nothing but mad love.
And mad love is even like an understatement. Like just deep respect too.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Just like, wow, you don't see friendships like that, And
exactly.
And that in that era, back to Fearless Fred Fury, is where that definitely came in for you.
Yes, very
much. It was about
much
3-4 years ago.
Yep.
You were with a lot of the music years prior.
Oh yeah.
But being calling yourself a juggalo, like this, hundreds of dollars of it on your neck, that's that time for you. That's
yeah, man.
Like how I would say 03 was for me, 03, 04, that 18, 19 is for you. We couldn't, the man is 30, so he's not young, he's not a kid either.
Yeah.
What if we're gonna bring someone into the camp who couldn't ask for anyone better? And I know a lot of people watching this will agree. So that's great. Your number 5. What do you want to do for song for it though? What do you want to send them with on Fearless Fred? Because remember, we put a couple up there. We did Satellite,
and West Burner Avenue,
and we did West Burner Avenue.
We're gonna go with Red Fred.
Right as we come out the intro.
Oh
Red
yeah,
Fred,
man.
Which is so interesting because it's a song,
right?
But it's a classic ICP intro song.
Yes.
About the whole fucking vibe and what Fearless Fred Fury is.
Oh yeah.
So with that said, here's a little bit of Red Fred.
Red Fred.
Boom.
Freddy does not forgive. No. After you meet Fred, you don't live. No. With Fred, you get no other chance. No. Past Fred, don't nobody advance. Nah. Don't ever think Fred only playing. Nah. Face Fred, it ain't no use in praying. Nah. Fred enjoys all that whole ass crying. Nah. Escape Fred, it ain't no use trying. Spreading, spreading.
That brings in our list to what, the top 4?
Yes, it does.
I believe here.
Yeah.
And I just want to correct one thing I said. I think I said, I thought I was being right, again, because I was speaking Spanish right. I said, this is episode 5, I believe, and it stays.
Oh, yeah.
So, even though I thought I said what I was saying right, and we both did because we're kind of tired, I was actually wrong. So, I just think I need to quit Spanish altogether. So, AWR Talk Time, all wrongs reserved. Talk Time, episode 6, which is number 6. That was a complete sentence. Nailed it. Anyway, on to the top 4 of the Joker's cards. Ooh. As you know, we split up the Wraith and Marvel's Missing Link for a total of 13. What is number 4 on Beta Man's list? And be fucking careful, because now we're getting to where you've already hurt my feelings. So you really can't do much worse, so I'm just kind of going to be like, I bet. Go ahead.
Alright, number 4, I think you'll find fair. I'd be surprised if you didn't. Number 4 on my list, Yum Yum Bedlam.
I think that's really high to have Yum Yum Bedlam at 4. However, it is a great album.
It is.
It is an album that I think the reason... Here's why I can live with it.
Yeah.
There have been so many OG juggalos that go back, like I said, to the early 2000s and into the 90s.
Yeah.
To the triple OG level, that really loved that album out of all of the new Joker's cards.
Mm-hmm.
And like we talked about, Fuck Regret being just like such a classic ICP hit.
Yeah, dude.
But no, go on to talk about. You don't have to explain no more. It's just it gets hard. We're different people. That's why we do this together.
Of course.
Give me your Yum Yum Bedlam at 4. You better talk about it then. If you got it at 4.
Well, for me, I have it at 4.
Talk about it.
Because as you and I have discussed privately, how it covers the big concept of loyalty, and especially around the time that dropped. I know that was big for us with people we had in our personal lives who weren't loyal.
Whether girlfriends or friends, both. Girlfriend on your end, friends in between, this and that, dates.
Yeah.
That were supposed to be girlfriends. Hey, we all been there, right, man?
Oh yeah.
No, that's a good point. Actually, I appreciate that you said that because I forgot to say that when I talked about it, and I feel like a sucker for that. The fact that Yum Yum Bedlam is all about the idea of loyalty, that if you live a life without loyalty, you are only to meet Yum Yum Bedlam, which is a luring plant to the suckers.
Yep.
That then snatches upon them once they meet her after their death. So here, Yum Yum Bedlam album cover again. And no, that's great, loyalty. So go on and go about it.
Oh yeah, and the fact that it really covers that and really splits that up into all these songs. Whether you got Gangsta Code talking about literally living up to a code for the homies.
And I like that even though Jay's voice is so shot and stuff like that, he has dentures now.
Yeah.
The singing, it is so pleasing.
Yeah,
and that's what I said about it. For a gangsta song, it's got to be the sweetest thing you'll ever hear.
Exactly.
It is really pleasing. What else though you got on Gangsta Code?
And then, man, one we've talked about privately, one that's my shit, Heart and Soul.
Man, I only put 1 down for this, but I figured we would get into it on this one.
Oh yeah, man.
Heart and Soul.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, dude.
So, why don't we play them just a little dash of Heart and Soul, and then I want you to pick another one, though.
Another one that I feel like is very symbolic for not just AWR, but our friendship, Something to See.
Something to See.
Yeah.
That is, again, very pleasing. This album has hard in the fact of it also uses rock really well.
That's right.
That's something to be.
And that's what I love about it too.
And has tracks that are very Fuck Regret, which are straight rap, but the beat by Shaggy the Airhead is so new age yet appealing to old school folks.
Yeah.
It really is. It's great. So the 2 songs were again, my friend.
We've got Heart and Soul.
Yeah, we do Heart and Soul.
Yep, and Something to See.
A little bit of Heart and Soul, and then we'll give you a little bit of Something to See, and we'll be back.
We got a lot to see.
Hey!
Something in the moonlight catches my eye. The shadow of the tombstones I roll by. They waited for the ticket down the easy road. We should drive love, heart and soul. Be happy when you cross to the other side. How you gave it your all and you died mad proud. Shit's hard as hell and nothing more. All you need to know, heart and soul. A tear in my heart to see so few try to give it right up, and I don't know why. Or settle for less shit, settle for more. Who you want it, put it in, heart and soul. Look into the day, you rest in place. Did you live your life living or let it all waste? I know you say it, heard it all before, but when you listen in with heart and soul.
Living at ease and loud, loving is all this part. Gotta make yourself believe. Gotta make the dream that's burning in your heart. Oh, won't you even try to?
Hey, before I bust it, cause the question is, if you could only look at one more motherfucking sight, what the fuck you trying to be? My doctor called me with a situation. He told me sit down but had me patient. He said my eyeballs will soon go blind with nowhere to stop and skip and rewind. Suggesting that I take some flights, travel to peek my favorite sights. He said try to think about where I'd like to be. The last sight I'll ever see. Sunrise across the tropical island, straight downtown, midnight styling, all white sand, blue green lagoon, rainbow skies after a monsoon. Looking out at the gathering night main stage, staring down the barrel of a 12 gauge. Ask JC, can I see Beyonce? Butthole naked, crawling my way. Match the gas, get blown on the highway. It all look good, I say.
Well, we had a lot to see, something to see with that last one.
Yeah, you're number 4.
That's
You're number
right.
4, Yum Yum Bedlam.
Yum Yum Bedlam.
Lots of bangers on there.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we love
man.
how it's produced too.
Yes.
Shaggy there had Devereaux.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking props to all them
Oh,
boys, man.
God,
Lazy
yeah.
and crazy, you name it. My number 4, as we get on here. This is where things start to get really hard for me. And I could, again, rotate on the day. For me, between 4 and 1 depends on the day. I just have them ranked on which day they'd be number 1, how often.
Yeah.
But this one is again could be higher if I really could. Carnival of Carnage. Carnival of Carnage. Carnival of Carnage. The first Joker's card, October 1992.
Yes, sir.
St. Com Posse's debut album. They were before that, obviously, with Dog Beats as Inner City Posse, but as we know them, the Joker's cards. That's what we're talking about.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
not talking about EPs. We're not talking about the Tempest. We ain't talking about the Shining. We ain't talking about Fuck Off.
We ain't talking about the Calm.
No, we talking. I love that though.
Yeah.
We're talking about Joker's cards.
Yeah.
Joker's cards. And by the way, if you don't like the Calm, you're wrong. We're right. So, Carnival of Carnage. I mean, the first thing I would have to say about it is the work with Mikey Clark. The stories of paying Awesome Dre $500 and his manager with a briefcase that was handcuffed to him, and then at the last minute, Esham said, "Well, I'll do it for $500," and they were like, "You versus a wash-up? You don't say." And so they lied to Awesome Dre and said that they lost the tape reels, which again are like 30 feet and only belong in the studio,
Right.
so it's not really possible to lose them.
Exactly.
So what Shay talks about. So lots of funny stories from that era. You know, the start of anything big, I think people are always fascinated in. Whether it's Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, people are always fascinated in the writing of the beginning. You know, the beginning. Any band, you name it.
Yep.
So, Carnival of Carnage, the beginning, October 1992, if I remember correctly. And for me, when I get into songs about that are just the shiznit to me, and I know that you'll agree with this, Rebel Flag.
Yes!
In St. Clown Posse, you got one 9th grade educated white guy. You got another 9th grade educated white and native guy in Shaggy Tudo, Jay's counterpart. And these guys were talking about bigotry and racism within the South and the white community that live the, South mentality. Not that they're all racist in the South, but, they're city boys from the North at the time. That's how they felt.
Right.
Just how people from the South at that time to today feel how they do about people from the North, whether they ever even been there or not.
Exactly.
But they really speak to real racism, real bigotry, And they keep, I think it's great that they don't, I think racism is only mentioned once or twice. They keep it to bigotry.
Yep.
And bigotry is defined by truly hating anyone that is different from you or the norm. And juggalos would fit into different from the norm.
Very much
so. We experience bigotry. It's been great in the years past how it's gone from the most hated band in the world and juggalos are hated to getting some of the love that we do now.
Exactly.
So it kind of reminds me of the progress, like being at Steve-O's comedy show and 3 different fine-ass girls stopped me to tell me how dope my Wraith jersey was. And I was like, I know, but you? Just like 9, 10, like beautiful girls.
Yeah.
Knowing Steve-O was down. And,
yeah.
So for me, it's just, it has that, it'll always have that old school feel. It'll never go out of rotation.
Yeah, never.
There's never a day, and that's why it has it so high on the list for me, is I cannot imagine a day where I don't love it.
I feel that, man.
I can't imagine a day.
Hell yeah.
So when I get into songs about it, like I said, Rebel Flag.
Yeah.
And then I would say for me, First Day Out.
Yeah.
I'll go with those 2. And I know it's still on your list somewhere because you ain't called it out yet.
That's true.
So, Rebel Flag. And then a little bit of Night of the Axe. Ready?
Yeah.
Chop.
I'm up and I'm headed for the south. Finna put around a buckshot in your mouth to blow the back of your fucking neck loose. Hillbillies run around like a headless goose, cause you try burning down my cross. That sweaty racist hick named Hans. Fuck, you sleep in the barn and you fuck your horse. Brick to the head, put your back on course, yeah. But you know I chill. Cause if I don't flex on you, the others will. Straight folks in the south won't have it. They put around and you race his ass quick. The cool in the south team up with the north and blow that bigot off his fucking horse. So put away your goddamn twine. Someone cut your pipe and take a little moonshine, then drink it all up. Barrels to your face and blow your fucking head off. Keep on gunning cause of what they said. Punk, I put a slug in your ball head, scalp a skinhead quick. And your greasy ass triple clan ain't shit. Zip me up in the bag, and I'll shit on a motherfucking Rebel Flag. Showed up at your high school prom with an axe in my motherfucking palm, and I jumped on the front stage swinging. Necks and backs went flinging, and the top I went psychopath chick, chopping throats with a hatchet, cause they tried to get me. So I took a head with me, ran down the hall butt naked. If you got a life, I'ma take it, cause I got it going on, and I broke to the female John. Motherfuckers think I'm sick. You ever seen a bitch take a shit? Fuck that, let a dookie ass beat, cause female shitting is news to me. Climb to the fire escape. How many lives can one motherfucker take? 1 like 2 like 3 like 4. Throw me a Mac 10, I'm about to take more. 50 lives coming out 80. Fuck this, I'm finna fuck this lady.
Alright, and we're back. My number 4 was Carnival of Carnage. Coming back from that a little bit.
Carnival of Carnage.
Carnival of Carnage. So glad they redid that.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been fun to hear Isham's voice. Anyway, on to number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3. And this is where I think I'm going to be probably getting offended again, like I did at the bottom of the list. But we'll see. What is your... You take off number 3. What's your number 3, my man?
Number 3. I gotta go with the rave Shangri-La.
That's... I couldn't hate on anybody that has that in their top 3.
Yeah, man.
I couldn't possibly hate on anybody who has that in their top 3.
Yeah,
but it's your top 3 that we're entering before we
Yes.
get into mine. So give me why is it your number 3?
For me...
Talk about it.
I think back to anytime you and I have listened to it, it's always put me in a positive mindset, and I feel like it being all about Shangri-La, I feel like I personally...
Which is the Buddhist, by the way, if you will, concept of heaven that is based on treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yep.
And karma.
Absolutely.
A heaven that is based on those ideals. Right? I just want to add that
and thank you for adding that.
To what Shangri-La truly is.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And, I mean, adding to what you just said, I mean, you know me, that's what I'm all about.
Yeah.
Adding to the positivity of that album and just thinking about all the dope tracks you mentioned. Ain't Your Business earlier with the super villains track after, and I think about
extra.
Yeah, and I think about tracks like Juggalo Homies. We covered that in the last video so much, but I think about a track like that was really my backdoor entry to the Juggalo world.
Absolutely was, and I think honestly, for me, in a literal sense, because again, it came out late 2002.
Yeah,
that was the thing at the time. That and Dark Lotus's Black Rain, and then Hell's Pit was actually coming out. So then people started focusing on that.
Right.
And it's coming to us, but no, it was very much in the same way, just years difference. My entry as well. Yeah. And it's funny, the first time I heard that album, I thought it was too positive for ICP. I was like, and then again, just like how I actually cried listening to Hell's Pit, because it just brought so much emotion, and then I was like, I don't like this, it's too depressing, and then I came back to it and grew to appreciate it so much from an artistic standpoint.
Yeah.
It wasn't that extreme with Shangri-La, but it's one of those albums that's never been at the top of my Joker's card as much as I listen to playlist.
Right.
Let me be straight here. This one is higher up on my listen to playlist out of appreciation than it is.
That makes sense.
Than it is on my actual amount of plays it gets.
Yeah.
Like there are some cards that I might play a little more than it. I have it at 6, but it's about suited there. It's wonderful, man. And the album art. All that stuff, the disc being a literal blue diamond crystal.
Yeah.
How it had that blue case, the first pressings.
Yeah.
Again, the cover for the Wraith Shangri-La, the Wraith's exhibit of Shangri-La.
Yeah.
No, great choice. Let's give him a couple songs off it though.
Yeah, man. So
let's just give him a quick, because we did Ain't No Business, and then we did The Staleness. So what do you got? I got one.
I bet we're probably thinking of the same one.
Let's see.
I'm thinking Murder Rap. Their cover of Murder Rap.
Their cover of Murder Rap is a great. Is a great choice. So we will do their cover of Murder Rap, who was originally by
Above the Law.
Above the Law. Yeah. That's right, and they killed it. They killed it, and it fits so perfectly in the album. It's short. It fits. It's one that I do have on my list. So here you go. Little bit of Murder Rap. We punch bitches and they fake titties. We does.
When I sit there and write this shit for the mic I hold, I make sure my beats are loud and bold and cold. Violent J is the name that I go by. Waking up with blood on my hands and I don't know why. You motherfuckers trying to get in my path. Don't be surprised when you get a shotgun up your ass. Instigators, I got one for that ass too. I'm gonna hang you from a street light, mangled and blue. Ooh, you want my shit like a fiend on coke, but if you say the wrong thing, I'll put a slit in your throat. So it's not the answer, no. I'm not a dancer, no. I'm not a hero or zero, but I call myself a juggalo. And this is not a demo. ICP, above the law, we let it go.
And we're back.
Yes, sir.
You just gave your third. We're into the top 3s now.
Yeah.
My top 3, starting with number 3, and then we'll go on to 2 and 1 and 1. Number 3, the great Malenko. Multi-platinum, first platinum album by the Insane Clown Posse, which we have here on vinyl. And guess what? We'll double time you. Here on vinyl, here a picture of it digitally. Why? Because we got the jerseys and we're in a Malenko mood. Mr. Number 9. He has this at number 9. Hit the fuck is wrong with you? That'll be your market to market. No, this album, it's, what can I say? It's so special. This thing went platinum, gold, and then platinum during a time, 1997, late 90s, when we were getting into things like Dr. Dre harder and Eminem was coming out.
Right.
And these guys hit the scene with this album out of Detroit, platinum, before anyone.
Yeah.
Before Eminem, before when he was still struggling at the Rap Olympics. And it's not just about Eminem or anything, but the songs on here I could go through. The intro and what it's about. Into, again, it has one of those intro tracks like we did earlier with the Great Malenko being the intro track. Great Malenko!
Yeah.
You know, it's just straight, and then it goes into Hocus Pocus, slanging bars that are offensive.
Yeah.
Right? Into Piggy Pie. Again, straight into their bigot bashing.
Fuck yeah.
Which we love them for, which we just talked about. How many times? Question, which is a question of a song. Something I relate to so much. It's got to be on the list here for
definitely.
me, for one of the best. We played Southwest Voodoo when you had it at number 9. Number 9. He's insane. Top 3. Great Malenko right here, baby. Again, you know, just its time frame, what it did as far as selling units,
right,
and what it still does. The collector's market for this.
Oh,
there's a reason that this jersey I'm rocking, I didn't pay for this outright. I won this in what we call a waffle, a little raffle. Shout out to Marshall Hill.
Yeah.
These are worth several $100s from Psychopathic Vault. And Malenko has always been a sacred thing because it's the biggest, you know, the one thing about Malenko is, and I would say with a few more I haven't mentioned, but particularly this album, Malenko being multi-platinum, is you cannot, because of this album, you can't say to Juggalos, well, ICP doesn't sell any units. You know, they ground their way up the list.
Oh, big time.
You know, from Detroit out to Ohio, then they were in Dallas, then they grew.
Yep.
Great Malenko by 1997, they home grew, and even the unfortunate incident with Disney and Hollywood Records and Southern Baptists hating apparently ICP, even though they had never heard of them until they were about to release the album, being yanked on its release day, then re-released a week later.
So trash.
The fact that there's three different versions of it because of that, and it's still multi-platinum, you can never say to a Juggalo, yeah, well, they never sold units, because you would be just straight fucking front.
Yeah,
they've sold. I want to say overall, probably 10 or 12 million records, maybe closer to 14. I forget what it is. I know in a documentary I saw not too long ago, it was at least 8. So they've, you know, one thing you can't say about them is that they haven't sold units. That's where we get into Dark Lotus, Rydas, the groups they put on through Psychopathic, all the help they provide, etc. This is the album that broke major way and made Juggalos a thing that you've actually heard of, whether you are one or not. That's when it really started, and today it's famous for that. There's still people you'll run into that aren't Juggalos, and will see this on, or your hat, or your shirt, and they'll be, oh man, fuck Great Malenko back in the day, that was my shit. But it will happen all the time. If you're a Juggalo, you've heard it a million times over time. So for me, Malenko, it's just got to be there. And as far as song choices, I want to throw out real quick. You already had it at your number 9. Pass Me By we'll cover again later, because that's so special to me. But what else did we do for your number 9? You'll have to scroll up, of course. I'm telling you, our lists, it's great to hear them together, but you also get to hear how wrong he is. So, but no, what did we do first?
Earlier we covered Pass Me By and Southwest Voodoo.
Okay, so what I would like to do is I would like to hit people with a song very near and dear and special to me. And it's funny because I want to say in the music video, Shaggy, he didn't do much drugs. He's known for drinking more at a younger age.
Yeah.
Not drugs as much, maybe NyQuil, but not a weed smoker, I think he was on mushrooms in this music video, if I remember correctly about that. But it's how many times?
Ooh,
and either way, if he's not on mushrooms, he looks like he is. And if I remember correctly, that's true though. Juggalo would have to correct me if they know better, but I want to say I did read that though. I'm just trying to remember where. But no, the song, How Many Times?
Yeah.
It's filled with common questions that we all ask of the world, and a lot of them are through frustration.
Right.
So again, Great Malenko here. Whoop. My number 3, Insane Clown Posse Joker's card. Hit it.
How many times will I ask myself why? How many times will I cry?
How many times will you honk your horn and say fuck you? Now what the fuck does that do? You feel better now? I didn't let you pass. How about I stop my car and beat your fucking ass? How many times will my neighbor beat his wife? Somewhere in that house there's a bunch of nice fucking drunk swinging his fist about
2 on
Number
your
2.
list. We are into the top 2.
Ooh.
Gold and silver medals only to be handed out from here.
Yes.
With me having my Malenko at bronze. What did you have at your bronze again?
Mine was the Wraith.
That's
Shangri-La.
right, you Wraith Shangri-La at your bronze. So what is your silver? 2.
Woo!
Number 2, top 2. What is your number 2?
And it's only fitting that I take off the hat. Because we talking Amazing Jekyll Bros
Good
for
choice.
number 2.
Good choice. Good choice. Right here, we'll show both Jake, and then here's Jack. So, you go ahead, take it. It's your choice at number 2. So dictate.
Oh,
dictate,
man.
baby. Dictate.
You know, so this album, again, it's, you know, top 3 territory. Again.
Year number 9, 1999, right after Great Molly.
Yes.
So very much their most profitable era.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
And this is an album that can alternate placements on any given day. It's, you know, you and I have talked about probably.
I don't think any given day you'd have it out of the top 5 though.
Oh God, no. No, easily top 3 for me.
Right. But it could be one day, it could be 2 one day, it could be 3. But it's
very much.
It's a medal.
Very interchangeable.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
And the fact that front to back, it's just so amazing as an album, as a whole, as a Joker's card, as a whole. Me personally, there's not a single song I'm disappointed with on this album.
Where do you get drawn in and start to really appreciate it that highly though in the album? Like for you, like is it from the first fucking? I mean, because I love what the album is about.
Yeah,
that's what part of. Because I want to be straight honest with you, it's my number 2 as well.
Oh shit!
It's my number 2 as well.
Hey,
we agree. After the assault, I just couldn't make up.
Thank you, brother.
I'm way shaking that hand on this. No, The Amazing Jekyll Brothers is number 2. It's phenomenal.
Yes,
and it's not just number 2 of 13 on this list.
Yeah,
this is an album to me that can go into. I mean, you could downright only like a couple Insane Clown Posse records, but be a hip hop head, and this has to be a top 100 record.
Absolutely.
In reality, to me, it's a top probably 10, 20 all-time hip-hop record.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's that good.
Yeah, dude.
Sharon Osbourne tried to tell him that they fell off by going gold with this one initially.
Yeah.
It's way platinum now.
Oh, yeah, way
a couple
platinum.
times platinum. I mean, we each own several different copies of it. So do Tons of Ninjas. And like you got it right there.
Yes,
I got a jersey up in there of that split face. It's just, it's golden. But let's talk about really what makes it super fresh. I want to mention that for me.
Oh, yeah.
Because its concept is a guy walks into an antique shop.
Yep.
And this guy keeps insisting that he buy this candle for his uncle, who's his uncle, who this grown man's looking for a gift for. He says, no, my friend, you must try this candle.
Yeah.
And then as the guy says, oh, fuck it, finally, sure, yeah, I'll take the candle. What does it do? What's so special about it? He lights it, and then it introduces the concept, which is this.
You need a sign out there or something, buddy. Probably brings some business to the joint.
Yes. How may I help you today?
I'm looking for some kind of clock or something for the old man. He collects old shit like this, and I figured I'd get him something before he dies and rots on me, you know?
Ah, well, perhaps you could use a gift yourself.
Well, I'm not much for old shit like this myself.
But I insist. I have something just right for you. This will help you find more than you're looking for.
A candle, huh? Yeah, well, maybe I'm in the wrong place.
Consider it a gift from your neighbor.
But I got electricity in my house.
No, this is no ordinary candle, my boy. Come closer and witness the light that this magical candle will shed upon your life.
Listen, I really gotta get going.
Witness, my friend. Witness the light of the amazing
Jekyll Brothers.
So again, this is the first card. Our both number 2, the Amazing Jekyll Brothers, are silver.
Yeah.
That we played the intro to the album, or a good portion of it.
Yeah.
That it's that important. The concept of the Amazing Jekyll Brothers being Jack, right here, your smiley face, kind of devilish looking fool, juggling. He represents, a person's greed, their envy, their stealing, their lies. He enjoys it. And then you have Jake, your sad feller, who tries to manage all of that and keep what's left of your happiness and innocence or whatever.
Yeah.
And the idea is that the Jekyll brothers Jekyll your sins, if you will, or misgivings, misdoings, and if they can't juggle them and they drop a ball, your chances at a positive afterlife or therefore are lost forever.
Yeah.
You know, like they say, Jekyll drop ball, Shangri-La dies, which means heaven, and that was introduced then in the 6th. It's so well done.
Yeah, man.
And the way how it worked out, how the 6th came to them, it's 6 Joker's Garden, the Wraith.
Yeah.
It's such a fantastic record. And Jake and Jack are just different album covers. They
right.
each have a little mini track about their characters and what they represent.
Yeah.
But what are here? We gotta play for them again. I think it represents a lot to us.
Oh,
a lot of stuff we
much.
believe in. Again, back to treating people the way you want to be treated. But it's funny because I got laughed at recently. Someone said to me, it was Jim actually. He's like, I don't. Well, maybe he wasn't making fun of me. He was saying, I haven't heard that phrase since I was in elementary school. And I was like, yeah, that's part of the problem.
Yeah.
You know, treat people the way you want to be treated. Karma, all that is stuff that is, no matter your religion or whatever, is things you can live by.
Oh, absolutely.
If you want a positive outcome afterwards, even if you don't believe in one, it's just a good way to live life.
Absolutely.
So even through the darkness, if you will, the message here is so positive. And we're going to go straight to, I think, Terrible has to be on there, right?
Oh, God, yeah.
So Terrible is a song that's about the things that are truly terrible in the world versus the concepts that are portrayed to us, like music, for example, or movies, and this is bad for this. Oh no, here's reality, here's what's actually evil.
Exactly.
So we'll play a little snippet of that, I think, and then I was thinking Echo Side. The way it ends.
I do like that pick.
It's very powerful, and it's about a man's soul.
Yeah.
And how he figures his way, kind of gets stuck in purgatory, really.
Hell yeah.
Kind of between dropping balls, his sins or whatever, and not.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting story about a guy named Damien. So, ironically. So we'll play those two. We'll go right into that. We will hit you with You Don't Know What's Terrible.
You don't know what's terrible.
And again, the rock elements of it.
Oh my God.
During that era, they actually made it work. And then we'll hit you with Echo Side, which is a totally different vibe.
Yeah, totally different.
It can be very calming but real at the same time. Check it out. The Amazing Jekyll Brothers, both of our number 2 on the Joker's card list.
Is she so terrible you gotta beat her, you bitch-ass whack motherfucker?
Lordy, we gotta protest that. Some rock and roll ninja bit the head off a rat. Let's march to this concert and tell him to hell, cause he's so fucking terrible. Meanwhile, his record sales double and triple, cause of you crying about him rubbing his nipple. Religious? Shit, you help them bands instead of helping the poor people eating out of them garbage cans. When you done with that, bitch, come protest me. Shit, motherfucker, I can use some money. The whole world was crying when Kurt went goodbye. When Eazy-E died, though, it wasn't no thing. Rapper dies of AIDS, but you hardly mention. Rock guy blows his face up and becomes a legend. Heroin in a shotgun, a hero was made. Maybe I should do that shit so Jay can get paid. What you know about terrible?
That's seldom seen. A place that even the wickedest souls that burn have never been.
There was a soul named Damien. He was nothing heaven would save.
Instead, he was cast to the flames of hell to serve an eternal grave.
Even in the afterlife, things don't always go as planned. Satan's realm sees lunacy. It's hectic and overjammed.
Damien earned his spot in hell right until his dying day.
So the wagons took his sorry soul and taunted him all the way.
They finally reached that resting place, an endless pit of fire.
And we're back from the Amazing Jekyll Brothers. Both are silver medal. That's fantastic album. 11 out of 10. Anybody who says otherwise, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
And all wrongs are reserved here, but not for you.
Not for you.
So now we get into gold medal shit.
Hell
Gold medal
yeah.
shit. Who is your number one? As the OG, I'm gonna go last.
Alright.
So go ahead. Who is your gold medal number one? Best Joker's card. Best Joker's card. Give it to me.
Well, I think the secret's been around my neck the whole time. Carnival of Carnage. Carnival of Carnage.
That was my 4, and like I said, once I got to 4, all of these could be in different orders at different times.
Yep.
Amazing album. I mean, we already spoke a lot about it.
Oh,
you,
yeah.
You want to say why it particularly is number 1 to you?
I mean, for me, just the fact that the sound they were making for the first ever Joker's card was so fresh and unique for that time, on top of the lyrics and just the extra effort that they had to make to get the bars and the beats out. Like, it was a layering for some of these beats, you know, with the
And very
lyrics.
hard, time-consuming work.
Yes, and especially with the lyrics, making sure the timing was really on point.
You know what I think it also is a great example of from our last video about Detroit is the thing that Detroit has that baseline in common, poverty. But poverty that they've taken and turned into a weapon of sorts.
Yep.
Carnival of Carnage is absolutely that record. You hear it so much through the record, and it's so powerful and has its own positivity in it too.
Very much
if you
so.
can listen for it, and it's there. Let's send them off with one. What haven't we done? Did we do First Day Out yet?
We did not do First Day Out. Now I want to bring that up because that is such a great song on this one. The story.
Jay's first, one of his first true storytellings.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious.
Hell yeah.
It's about Jay getting home from jail after 6 months.
Yeah.
And what he does on his first day out of jail. It's quite funny. We'll give you a nice minute of it here. It's number 1. Let's give him the time.
Yeah.
First day out and I caught my nut.
Oh shit, man! That's the ICP! This is my jam! That was my psychedelic funky galactic voice!
Well, they let the gate up, so I bow. It's been 6 months, pick me up from the county jail. With a smart mother, paid my dues. Steel toilets, warm blankets, and rubber shoes. But I ain't nagging. Here come the fellas, I can hear the muffler dragging. Ain't been in the car long, and the fake go, it's almost gone. My nuts are kinda hard, so I need a mate. So my homeboy's cousin set me up with a blind date. She said, pick me up at 3. Can't, bitch, the bus don't ride your street. We're gonna eat at Mexican Village. Take a cab and I'll pay the tab.
Alrighty, so numero uno for me, and this is it. You gave Carnival of Carnage. I had it at my number 4. Phantasmal album, but this will help our viewers understand why you were assaulted with an Amazon Basics notepad to the shoulder.
Yeah.
Number 1 overall at the end of the day. Like I said, I can mix these up. But overall, at the end of the day, the greatest Insane Clown Posse's Joker's card is the Riddle Box. Look, no, look at me. Look at me.
I got you.
Look at me.
I don't want to get assaulted again with the pad.
It is the Riddle Box, okay? Now, this album, again, because, like we were talking about Raymaster, another massive leap forward. Right here, we have it on vinyl. Worth a nice, pretty penny, too.
Oh, yeah.
Here's another picture of the cover. We'll put it right above it. So, great album. I mean, how much can I say about this? When I was writing down songs to show little snippets of, I just could have wrote like the track list for me. I love what it's about, what it represents, the idea of when one passes away, they are to meet a box similar to a Jack in the Box, like you see on the cover. And what pops out of it is to represent who you really are and your destiny going forward.
Right.
And for me, just for fun and shit, like, and amazing to scratch album, by the way.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think you may have a 10, but it's top 3 for scratching by far. The Headless Boogie, dog. Hey now, I heard that you died. Play that. Boogie. Always great
Yeah.
to, hey now, I heard that you died. Fuck that, it's time to get live. Dead bodies, let's all take a ride. Lean to the left and slide. But, Get Next, one of the greatest storytelling songs by them, period. All of their albums. Could have been written almost entirely by Jay, being the storyteller is, but I do think Shaggy contributed a lot. He certainly contributed in his storytelling lyrics. I love his flow in this song more than anything. But the story of Old Evil Eye is from the perspective of two friends, just like us.
Yeah.
Jay, who goes selling cookies, 12 for $1. Nobody wants any. A result of going cheaper, 2 for a penny. Anybody, everybody, they hate me. So he ends up on the top of this hill selling to a man with one huge eyeball and one really tiny one that he has to kind of shoot with a silver revolver. He tries selling cookies too. And the way how then it switches perspectives and it shows again where their writing ability is seriously increasing.
Yeah.
It comes in and it's Shaggy looking for Jay.
Yeah.
And trying to find him, and he finds him all fucked up by Old Evil Eye.
Yeah.
And how he eventually goes in the house and kills Old Evil Eye to kind of save Jay and get him redemption and stuff with that revolver. Put one to his nugget.
A day gone past since I heard about Jay. Old man, I've been a slave, cause I don't fucking play. Anyway, I gotta do a min, gotta rush the revolver, put the silver bullets in. I play, now I'm playing one right to his nugget. Down my drawers with the bucket, it's time to go, fuck it. I stuck it up to his neck when he came to the door. I really didn't know what I was in for. First a cold ass stare, no one gaze, no one stare. Kinda like there was no one there, how weird. My body froze with the blink of his eye. Evil eyes sending chills up my spine. What to do, what to do? I gotta try to break, I gotta try to make my way to the gate. Wait, I can't move, I'm stuck to the ground. What the fuck was that? I think I heard a sound, turned around, there it was, staring at my face. This little old man's eyes making me a mental case. That's when I felt the pain deep inside, deep inside. Now his eyes open wide. I want a big long knife to stick it in. I wanna lift up his eyelid and kick it in. He's gonna die, I want his eye buried in my backyard. It ain't hard, I'm killing Old Evil Eye.
It's a great storytelling song.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll have to play out with that, and then just a reminder, as we wrap this up here, we'll have one more song too as we play it out, but we only need 17 subscribers to get to 50. 17. So the next 17 subscribers will automatically be entered to win some fresh Psychopathic Vault, I guess merch now, hatchet gear, authentic shit from us. Ideally in your size and new. We've got a lot of stuff along with a piece of audio. If this video, you can share it and have other people actually hit the subscribe button and check it out too and enjoy it. And we get to 100 by Saturday the 9th, I believe.
That's right, by noon.
At noon, if we're at 100, we're going to give away a jersey. It might even be a piece of silver, a charm.
Yeah.
It might be a vinyl. Okay, it might be some kind of vinyl. It might be a little bit of both. It'll be something fresh. If we get into having an official URL in that one hundo.
That's right.
By next Saturday. So just keep that in mind. If you like our videos and want to help, just hit that subscribe button, share it with people, ask them to hit it if they like it. You know, help us out there. But we're gonna leave it off at the end with my gold medal. OG says, 19 years, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm Coming Home, ICP. Woo! The track I'm Coming Home on Riddlebox is just forever a positive uplift to me.
It is
a scrub anthem. When I moved back to Minnesota, what do you think I was bumping?
I know for a fact you were bumping I'm Coming Home.
I'm Coming Home. Damn right. Here it is. Let's kick it with that. Thank you for checking out our list of Joker's cards, 13 to 1.
Yes, sir.
Play it out with a whoop whoop. I'm coming home.
Coming home. Whoop whoop.